Ladies and gentlemen, good people and not so good people, I'll let you decide where you fall on that. It is your boy, Cool McCain, back with another episode of Monarchs of Wrestling. I am joined this week, not by the Playmaker, but by Mal Gooley with the KO t-shirt on. Now, this is not your boy Playmaker that y'all used to, but this man has an extensive knowledge of wrestling history. So I actually saw a short that he did yesterday, a video, and it made me think. I 100% agreed with some of the things he said. Some of them I was like, but they were all good points. So what I wanted to do was see if I could get my man on with me today. Playmaker wasn't able to do a show today. He has some other commitments. And we're just going to talk about WrestleMania, concerns about the card, fears about what's happening. What do we think is going to happen from here? We're adding more matches, different things like that. And we're also going to bring you picks and thoughts on AEW Revolution, which will be happening on March 15th. So you can book, if you're an AEW fan, you can go ahead and block off your Saturday, because it's probably going to start at 4 and end at 12. And right now we have a good amount of matches. Yeah, right now we have a good amount of matches, but we know Tony Khan's going to add 7 more matches between now and the card. But all we can pick is what we know. So we're going to get into it. So, as we always do this time, we normally start with NXT, TNA. We like to call it NXT and TNA. It's basically one show now at this point. But we're going to slide past that because we want to leave some extra time to discuss everything with WrestleMania. And also, we know NXT is Playmaker's baby, so we're going to let him, rub that baby next week. Pause. All right, so let's get into things, guys. So we're going to start AEW Revolution. And again, that's going to be this Saturday, March 15th. And it's going to be a very interesting card. We already
Sunday. My bad, Cool. Didn't mean to cut you off. Sunday.
It's Sunday. My fault, y'all. Sunday. I just so used to everything being on Saturday now. But yeah, so this Sunday, my bad. Don't go looking for a Saturday. It's Sunday. So it's time to get into things here. Big, deep card. So, hey, let's do it. So, AEW, we do know, is very long-winded with pay-per-views. They give you a lot of matches, and they're not 5-10 minute matches, right? You get all your flips and fake finishes, false finishes, all your super flips and all that good stuff. You get all of that. And then you also get finally ending at some point. But you can get all these matches plus, and you'll get a pre-show. That's what AEW has told us. So we're going to go over what we know so far. 0 Hour is where we'll start. We have one match so far for 0 Hour. And that is a 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW National Championship. At this point, of course, we don't know all the competitors because it's AEW. So my question will simply be this for you, Malcolm. Are we picking the current champion or are we picking the field?
I'm picking the field because there's only one person. If you pay attention, that goes for everybody that's watching. If you paid attention to AEW, like myself, Ricochet's been feuding with just one man, mostly one man who wants to take the title off of him, and that's Jungle Boy Jack Perry. So that's who I believe is going to walk out of Revolution with the championship. Personally, I think Ricochet should have a longer reign with the title, knowing that he just recently won this about a couple of months ago. But if they want to give it to Jungle Boy, who just recently came back and probably one of the most epic way possible, coming back with Luchasaurus and now being a part of the Elite 2.0, I'm 100% fine and cool with Jungle Boy winning. Huge Jungle Boy fan if you haven't noticed. So
I'm going to pick the field because I think there may be a couple of surprise interests. I think there's one man, the Ruthless Psycho, Tommaso Ciampa, that I think may end up in this match and may, because he is now solidified himself as a heel, which obviously Tommaso Ciampa should always be a heel. I just want to say, if you have Tommaso Ciampa on your roster, he should always be a heel. He should only be a good guy if he's pretending to go back to being a heel. This man is clearly a heel. His look is heel. His interest is heel. The way he talks, everything about this man says I'm a heel. So just let him be what he is born to be. But I think a guy like that and several other people, including Jungle Boy, or I guess it's Jungle Jack now, since he's not a boy anymore, whatever. But I think he's another guy that has a shot. But I think that Ricochet's held the belt for a bit, but it might be time to move that belt on. And I think this is a great opportunity because it doesn't have to be a one-on-one match. Maybe he'll be better at chasing the championship than he was at having the championship. No shade, just being real about it. All right, so we're going to move on to our next match, unless you have any other thoughts you want to throw out there, Malcolm.
No, not really. I mean, it is what it is. We're going for the field. I don't think. I mean, like you said, Tommaso Ciampa, but especially, I mean, him being in this match. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Briscoe would also be in this match after what happened to him on Collision. So, I mean, but it just signs just to me just points out Jungle Boy. I mean, hell, Jungle Boy put a freaking knife through this man's locker room, for Christ's sake. Stabbed the thing through the door.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to have a good rivalry. I don't know if it's going to be the championship involved in it, but they're definitely going to have a good rivalry. But I definitely would go with the field. All right. AEW Revolution main card match 1, according to what the lineup is. We have Timeless Toni Storm versus The Problem, Marina Shafir. One-on-one match. Everyone is banned from ringside. No one can come to ringside. So this is going to be a good one. Who you got, Gooley?
Well, it was what? When was it? The Gold Rush or whatever they call it. It was what? Toni Storm and Orange Cassidy against Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir. I think Marina puts her name on the mark for her name on that mark. I got Marina. I would love for Toni to win, but Toni is known to put some talent that she believes that that could be money, and Marina Shafir is money. She ain't afraid to get her hands dirty, especially we've seen that before where she can put her hands on men. We've seen that, and her being ruthless to Timeless Toni Storm. I think that would probably be the end of the feud. I'm gonna go with give me Marina Shafir over Timeless Toni Storm.
I'm actually going to 100% agree with you. I think at some point, you have to make Marina Shafir actually a threat in the ring. She was in a team with Megan Bayne for the tag team championships, but that was essentially just because of injury. So you've got to at some point make us look at Marina Shafir and say, okay, Marina Shafir is somebody who actually can go out here and do something in the ring and be a threat and bring a female championship to the group. And to do that, you got to get some big wins. This is a great jumping off point for her. So I got her beating Timeless Toni Storm because it doesn't hurt Timeless Toni Storm if she loses this match whatsoever. She can still go out and compete for the AEW Women's Championship next week. All right. Next, we got my favorite AEW wrestler in Swerve Strickland. And everybody knows that. And if you don't know that, then I don't know where you've been. You clearly haven't been watching this show. It's all about the big pressure, the most dangerous. Versus Brody King. I'm going to tell you this. Brody King, I like what you're doing. I like that you're reinventing yourself. But you're not the most dangerous. Swerve is the most dangerous. It will be proved in this match. Swerve is winning. He's already caught a couple of L's since he returned. Now he's back to being the bad guy that I enjoy. Swerve as like a tweener is cool. Swerve as a good guy. Swerve as a bad guy, like Ciampa. That's where he hits. That's where he's money. And then he can go from being like a maniacal, devious bad guy to slowly getting toward being a tweener. But you got to start him off as a bad guy to get his run going, and he'll do anything to win. So going Swerve, it might be a little personal bias, and I can accept that, but definitely going Swerve.
I have followed Swerve Strickland's career when he first started in CZW, which is the logo that's right over here. I have seen that boy, that not a boy, seen that man won countless of championships wherever he has gone. I still believe WWE really dropped the ball on him when they let him go. Because let's be real, Hit Row, that was just a one man stable, and that was just mostly him. And if you look at where everybody else today, I'm still not wrong on that. Brody King, I love what they did with Brody King. First off, him beating MJF the way that he did, he choked him out and then killed the man. Killed the man with a pile driver, probably the most dangerous pile driver I've ever seen. I really love Brody. I really do, and I love that you are making him, Tony. I love this. You're making him a part of the title picture. The only thing that I'm a little nervous with, but that's somewhere down the road. Him and Bandito are both in that title picture hunt. But sooner or later, something's got to give. I don't see Bandito going heel anytime soon. I think Brody could probably turn heel, but that was someone down the line, whatever that creative process or whatever that thinking will be. But as for this match is considered, when Swerve came back, he got more muscular. He got more buff, and that injury, we thought he would be out for a while, but he came back strong, damn near killed everybody, just to save Adam Hangman Page. And I kind of agree with Cool on, but I disagree on one thing. I do believe that when Swerve is a babyface, it's believable. I mean, I was pulling for that man when he was trying to be the first African American to win the AEW World Title, and I loved his babyface run.
I'm not saying it's not believable, but I'm saying Swerve as a bad guy is not
it fits.
Television. As a face, it's like, okay, it's cool, whatever, but it's more toned down version of him.
Like with Randy Orton.
I like full Swerve.
So basically just like Randy Orton. That's basically, I'm now before people getting like, oh, you're comparing Randy to Swerve. It's not even close. Oh, wait. I'm just giving out an example. Don't need to cut my throat. But yeah, I do. I do agree. I got Swerve winning this because I swerve when I drive. So, and yes, I have met Swerve personally, and that man is humble to the core. And I met Prince Nana. So, yeah, Swerve is gonna hurt Brody, and I believe at the end of the match we get the return, because I think after this is Double or Nothing, if I'm correct. Then 9 times out of 10, we are definitely getting the rematch, Swerve versus Kenny Omega, and I think Kenny gets his win back over Swerve on what happened to him at AEW, which actually turned Swerve heel. Love Swerve and I love Kenny, so hey, Swerve over Brody.
Definitely. So Miss Yolanda is in the building. Yolanda, what's going on? Hello. How are you? What's going on? We're just doing a little talk here. So Yolanda, we decided this week, I know you hopped in a little late because, folk got to work, got to get to where you can watch and everything. But my normal co-host was unable to hop on tonight. So I procured the services of Mr. Mal Gooley, veteran in this wrestling thing, to hop on with me tonight. We basically going to be going over a lot of what we feel like is going on with WrestleMania, concerns, what we think needs to be done to try to fix some of this stuff. But we wanted to first just touch on AEW, as they do have Revolution on Sunday. Not Saturday, as I said first, on Sunday. Just used to everybody being on Saturday, but it's on Sunday, which is smart now that football season's over. So got to get my mind back into that. So we're just going through the card, making some picks here. Next match that we are going to pick here is Bandito, the aforementioned Bandito, versus Andrade El Idolo. Who you got, Malcolm?
This one's a little bit tough. If it was for the Ring of Honor World Championship, it would obviously be Bandito. Andre, I love what they've been doing with Andrade. He's now what? He got the ladies' attention. I'm going to say this too, and this is my freaking personal opinion. I kind of like Andrade when he's a babyface. I don't really buy him as a heel as much, especially that he's with the most overpopulated stable ever in wrestling. I thought Eighth of the Eights was over membered. Oh my God, the Don Callis family. Oh, there's too many people in this dang group. Way too many. Way too many.
I'm gonna say there's more people in the Don Callis faction than the watered down NWO. And Yolanda, you did not miss the WWE talk. You did not, ma'am. That's gonna be a while.
NWO Hollywood or NWO and just in general? Oh wait, no, I take that back. NWO Elite. That's when everybody was in the dang NWO.
Yeah, NWO Elite. Yes.
Oh my God, I did. Oh God.
Yeah, I still think Don Callis family has more people than that. I think honestly, I think about half the roster in AEW.
Too many people. There's 15 people in this group. 15. You don't need 15. You need about 6 or 7.
I'm gonna say like 20. But
oh God, this ain't Bullet Club. This ain't Bullet Club. This ain't Bullet Club. But I got Bandito. I think Bandito deserves a win, but he deserves a win. You guys are putting him in that world title picture as well as Andrade as well. But I think Bandito can pick up the win here against Andrade.
I'm gonna go Andrade. I think he's in a good place for a good run, and the perfect way to kind of keep him on that upper tier, probably the bottom of the upper tier, but on the upper 10.
Too many, Miss Yolanda. There's too many freaking people. Shoot, it's right here. I got the link right here. Like for real, there is like how many freaking people are in this group? 1, 2, 5, 10, 15 freaking people. 15.
But 15 is fine. But I believe it's more like 20 plus.
That's too much.
Every week there's a new Don Callis family member.
It's too much. You got Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, Trent Beretta, Lance Archer, Hirinico, Rocky Romero, Josh Alexander, Mark Davis, Brian Cage, Okada, Warlow, Andrade El Colon, and Jack Doyle. That's too.
Don't forget Mark Davis.
Oh, I said Mark Davis.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry. There's like the following people. I agree. Well, some people are getting kicked. Well, one person's getting kicked out, and that's Takeshita, because they're trying to build the Takeshita and Okada match for probably somewhere down in New Japan. Because Takeshita, if I'm not mistaken, holds the IWGP World Heavyweight title. So, and they've been teasing the hell out of Takeshita and Okada for basically from the beginning of the ending of last year. So shoot,
since Okada joined the Don Callis family,
since Okada joined, and Takeshita is overdue for another babyface run. I prefer him as a babyface more than I don't buy him as a heel. It's like Shinsuke Nakamura when he started kicking people in the nards, and oh God, it's every time I think of WrestleMania 34, I call it the Pearl Harbor WrestleMania because Vince just hated Japanese people.
I have no clue
we were in World War II.
Where Warlow is. I don't know.
I think Warlow's dealing with another injury. Shoot, you can say the same for Brian Cage. Where the hell is Brian Cage?
Well, he's never really there.
And Trent Beretta. That's another person I really freaking like.
Yeah. Then Lance,
Lance Archer's there every week.
Yeah.
Lance is there every week. That man's a freaking powerhouse.
He don't even wrestle no more, so.
I kind of missed it when he and Jake the Snake Roberts were a thing. That was creepy and scary and dangerous. But yeah. That's
what happens when you have a guy with the tornado powders that he be using. That's when you get these stop runs and people disappearing. So next we have AEW World Trios Championship, the Don Callis family versus Mystico and Jet Speed. So we basically took the last match that the Don Callis family won. We took out Hangman Adam Page because he's going to be now fighting for the World Championship, and we inserted Mystico.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. The Don Callis family just won those belts. No. Yeah, we're not playing hot potato with the trios. So I'm sorry, cool. What's next? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be that dude.
You're right. We don't spend no time on that. AEW Continental Championship. This is a no time limit match, which means we're guaranteed 40 minutes at least with this match. So we're going to see 40 minutes of Jon Moxley and Konosuke Takeshita in the ring. I am sorry to y'all who are going to watch that 40 minutes. I personally am going to probably watch their stream that they're doing for part of it. Take me a nap. Wake up, catch up. Give me something to eat. Take another nap. It'll still be on. Wake up. And then
Oh
finish watching
God.
it. So yeah. I'm gonna go with Moxley just because I don't think they want to drop him from the bottom of the main card, and losing this belt right now would do that. So for that reason, I'm going to pick Moxley, but I think it's going to be some more shenanigans in how he wins.
I gotta go with John, and I'm going to say this now. I believe the only way John wins, I think somehow, some way, I can see Okada running down, trying to help, quote unquote, help to catch the only to cost him huge, and that will probably start the match that we all want to see at either in Japan or probably Double or Nothing, one of those two. But yeah, John's retaining, and I think this will probably be the final time John Moxley in that Death Riders, because I believe that they're going to kick him out. And no offense to John and his theme music, the one that he has now, but I miss Wild Thing. Bring that back. Sorry, I love Wild Thing. It fits him. He's basically, if I was going to compare John Moxley with any legend, what's up, Key? If there's anybody that I would compare John Moxley to, coming out to the crowd, the fans sing the song, reminds me of a certain person from Philly, a man named the Sandman. He's their Sandman.
You can also compare him to his brother in the Shield, one Seth Rollins.
No,
Burn
I
it
can't
down.
compare with him with Seth. Can't compare him with Seth.
The fans,
but I would love for John to come back.
The fans love to sing Seth Rollins' theme song, so you can't compare the two on that level.
True. I mean, Sandman had
saying
intro to
wrestling.
Sandman by Metallica, and that is probably one.
I'm not saying wrestling wise. I'm just saying the fans singing along. They're clearly two different type of wrestlers, both very successful, but two different types. Yolanda agrees with you. She says she sees John leaving the faction too real soon. Hey,
and he needs to turn babyface because he had like a year and a half freaking heel run, and the freaking world title was in a freaking briefcase. I'll never understood that one.
That was weird.
The world, because I remember they were dirt sheets that they said John Moxley and AEW was rebuilding itself. So I was thinking, oh, are they going to rebuild the title? No, not really. Just the title was just in the briefcase.
Right,
no new design, no new nothing.
And have a new design, like a Death Rider design or something. But I guess
but no, just in the briefcase.
Didn't see that coming. Yolanda says he seems like he wants to be faced with him making old boy cut his hair.
Oh, Willer Yuta, yeah.
Yeah.
That's who I think is going to kick him out. That's who I think is going to be the leader. Is Willer Yuta,
okay,
or Pac when he returns? Because I know Pac is injured right now. Again,
I think it should be Claudio.
Claudio, I would agree with me and my homeboy Dub talked about that the other day. The only problem I have with Claudio, he's more of the muscle. I can't see him leading the faction.
The muscle can lead. He's a smart guy. The muscle can lead.
I mean,
more by example than Whatchamacallit ever did.
Well, yeah. If they do it right. That's if they do it right.
If they do it right. All right, FTR versus the Young Bucks. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care who wins this match.
Wow, really?
I could care less who wins this match.
Really? The trilogy?
Happened about 5-10 times across the world. And both teams have... It's not going to benefit either team to win this match. So I really don't care. I'm going to let you pick, sir. You got it.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised. The fact that FTR attacked, I don't know what it is about FTR attacking people's wives or attacking people's families, but that's the thing now. And then, mind you, with everything, I'm not a big fan of FTR. They're very talented, but every time I think of them, I think of an old school tag team. I can't think of their name. I know I think it was the living legend Larry Sabisco and Arn Anderson. I think when
They remind me of Aaron Ole a lot.
Yeah, there you go, Ole and yeah,
or the Brain Busters, Arn and Tully.
Yeah, Arn and Tully. That's what they remind me of. Arn and Tully. That's what they remind me of. And they're a really great tag team. I'm not gonna lie. And the Bucks. I mean, what can you say about the Bucks? I mean, that hasn't been.
You can't say the jumping monkey acrobats.
Jumping monkey acrobats, as much as you could call them that, but they are entertaining. No matter what they are entertaining. Still, my dream match is to see the Young Bucks versus the Usos, but I don't think we'll ever get to see that. But you never say never. I'm gonna go FTR retains, but we get the return of Edge and Christian to start off the Edge and Christian reunion tour one final time. Edge and Christian taking down FTR for the AEW tag team titles at Double or Nothing. Edge has taken multiple 5 months now.
You mean Cope and Christian Cage, sir?
I don't call him Cope. I call him Edge. He will always be Edge to me.
You have to call him Edge. I agree.
No, gotta call him Edge.
No, listen to me. You have to call him Edge. I'm just throwing in the Cope to make fun of him.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I don't call him a Cope as well. I call him Edge.
It's Edge. It's literally Edge. That's what it is. It's Edge and Chris. I'm seeing Edge. You want to see a super kick party?
You definitely won't see. I think you were saying one. You won't see one with them. Nah, because the FTR ain't about to do those super kicks. No, they might get.
No, they're too beefy to do it.
I agree.
But you won't see it. The reason why I believe Edge and Christian coming back, and plus we're gonna get a different Edge and Christian because, mind you, Edge and Christian do have a dark past in them.
Cope and Cage. They're gonna call themselves Cope and Cage when they come back.
Cope and Cage, but I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be a third person to keep Stokely at bay.
Gangrel?
Yes. Yes. I think they're gonna bring the Brood.
With their vampire outfits.
Yes, I want. We've seen what Brood Edge looks like in both WWE and AEW, but can you imagine Brood Christian? We haven't seen that since 1999. So what would a Brood Christian be like? Oh, talking about the Usos versus the Young Bucks. Yeah, it'd be a super kick party for real. But it'd be entertaining as hell.
I'm going to I'll go with FTR just so we can get what you want. I like that. It's probably more than Tornado Party Tony Khan's gonna do, but I think it's a great idea. Oh, Usos versus Young Bucks. Yeah, that'll be a super kick party for days. That'll be a whole Botchamania match of super kicks. Super kicks and J
in my opinion, I'd rather have the Usos go over than the Bucks.
I have a little bit of care for that match, a little bit more than this one, but I feel like it's a match that should have happened 5+ years ago. AEW Women's World Championship, 2 out of 3 falls. We got the Toxic Spider Tekla versus Chris Statlander. I'm gonna go Statlander gets the title back because it's a 2 out of 3 falls. If it was a 1 fall match, I would go with Tekla because she's gonna win a match. But I think Statlander, over the course of 3 matches, 2 out of 3 falls, I think she's gonna find a way to do what she needs to do.
I would love for Chris Statlander to win her title back because I don't buy Tekla as an AEW Women's Champion, but
I might could buy her as a
TBS.
Yeah, I had to make sure I said the right one. TBS, yeah, maybe.
But hey, you know what? This is the match. I normally give people their day in court, innocent until proven guilty. Tekla, this is the match right here that it either make or break for me. Because I have her retaining. If she can prove to me that she is women's world championship material, I bet. If not, then you're gonna have to call an audible and have her lose it to somebody. But and plus, let's be real, Tekla's gonna not be alone. She got Sky Blue and the other chick. I can't think of her name. The one that be like spitting black acid at people's faces. But yeah. But at the same time, Chris Statlander does have the returning Thunder Rosa with her, but that means there has to be a third woman. So I don't know who that third woman is going to be. And no, it's not going to be Mercedes Moné. She's on the downward spiral right now, losing 2 of her
It
championships.
could be our it could be our tag team champions and our TBS champion.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, Julia Hart. Thank you. Yeah. No. I mean, yeah, it could be the tag team champions. It's kind of crazy.
Four
They're
against
both
3. 4 beats 3.
Or shoot, they might just do something crazy and just give us Dakota Kai. I'm sorry, Charlie in AEW.
Go Kai.
If they do that, that would be it. But yeah, Tekla's retaining. I don't see Chris Statlander winning that belt back.
And of course,
I was shocked he won the damn thing. Yeah. To be honest with you, against Tony Storm.
Main event. AEW World Championship. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who will retain, versus Hangman Adam Page. The reason that Maxwell Jacob Friedman will retain is I believe his contract says his runs have to be at least 6 months. I truly believe this in his contract. He will not lose his championship anytime soon.
Mind you, if Page loses, he'll never be able to challenge for the AEW championship ever again. He pulled a Cody Rhodes.
It'll be a shaky way where he doesn't necessarily win the match, but he doesn't lose the championship. So he'll retain. Let me rephrase that. He'll retain the championship. But I think it'll be like a no contest, or it'll be interference, and then the match will be voided.
And the Texas Death Match with no rules, something like that. But
yes, so it's got to be like the most dangerous man in AEW just coming and beating both of them until they can't respond would be a perfect way to do that and have nobody lose.
The thing about that is I don't want Swerve versus Adam Hangman Page. Already had that. Now MJF versus Swerve, you can do whatever you want with that one because that's money. But MJF is clearly retaining. But I believe because there's one feud that Adam Hangman Page has not resolved yet. He's been hurt. Samoa Joe makes his return and probably screw over Adam Hangman Page. I can see that happening. Joe making his triumphant return and screwing over Adam Hangman Page. Mind you, Adam loses, never gets a world title shot ever again. And AEW is firm with their stipulations. Ask Cody Rhodes on that. So,
they got to find a way. Well, so let me put it like this. They have to find a way either for neither guy to win so he retains, or for Hangman to lose, but like it be by, well, no, he can't lose because there's no rules. So the only thing is they both have to be unable to respond. So you either have to be both unable to respond, or Hangman finds a way to win a match. I'm going to go with MJF retaining, but it being like neither guy could respond, so neither guy could finish or touch touch all 4 buckles. So they had to just throw the match out. That's what I'm going to go with.
I can see that. I'm just going with Samoa Joe. I think Joe comes back, chokes out Adam Hangman Page, and then MJF like shockingly just looks and just be like, okay, 1, 2, 3.
Or maybe he comes out and gets both of them.
He probably might go after MJF
he might go after both of them so he can get the championship back. So something like that I could see. I
can see him at the end with Joe.
Somebody coming out.
With Joe ending the show off with him holding the belt, but at the same time, Adam Hangman Page screwed him out of it. So got screwed out of it. So yeah, I could see.
Yeah, so something like that I think is where I'm going. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Hangman ain't signed a new contract. He's going to WWE like Cody.
Oh God, no. I got nothing against Adam Hangman Page as a person or as a wrestler. And this is something that I will always just question AEW's logic. I originally did not want Adam Hangman Page to beat Jon Moxley for that championship. There was only one person to me that in that company that should have won. Hell, he got his #1 contendership taken from Jon Moxley for Jon to win the belt in the first place. And that was the man who damn near set this man on fire, who has tortured the Death Riders more than any other person, damn near killed himself just to get at Jon Moxley 3 times. That person's Darby Allin. That, to me,
Darby
should have been the one to take the belt off John.
Darby Allin's like the size of a teenage boy. He's never going to be. He can't be a top guy. You cannot sell Darby Allin as a world champion. You can't sell that.
All I know is built upon is what? Guts, blood, hardcore, ultra violence, and bloodletting.
That's awesome, and that's cool for TBS TNT Championship. That's cool for Continental Championship. But as the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, I don't buy that. I just don't buy that.
I just want to see that. And I personally, I think he might take the belt off of MJF.
Either with all the powder that he's done, I don't think Tony Khan sees that either. Because there's not enough powder to make somebody believe that that's going to happen. But I tell you what, I don't believe you cannot sell me Darby Allin as the world champion or like Orange Cassidy. You can't.
So cool. So, oh God, you said Orange Cassidy because that was another person I thought
I can't ever see him being in championship champion either. I'm not even going to that. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back and then we're going to switch things up and we're going to talk about the state of WrestleMania. And I am going to let Mal Gooley give some of his thoughts. I'm going to retort some of those thoughts. Some I'll agree with, some maybe not. And then we're going to give you guys what we think should happen and how we think they should fix some of this malarkey that we have. We only have 4 matches so far, but there's some malarkey in those 4 matches.
Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Williams stood 1-2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
All right, good people. We back in the building. So let's do it like this. We've got 4 matches so far. We're going to go through these matches in order of when the matches were decided. And in between, we're going to talk about feelings about those and what, if any, changes we'd make to those. So let's start the night after the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns, Peanut Brittle Phil, a.k.a. CM Punk, meet in the ring. Long story short, I hate you, Phil. I want to take your belt. You want to take my belt? Well, come take my belt. We got that match. To me, that's the most reasonable bout that we have right now. We have a guy that has a story with a guy. Shield brought in to be CM Punk Shield. Roman Reigns, obviously I would say, breakout star from the Shield. Not that the other two were not stars, but I feel like he's the breakout star. Being the tribal chief, the OTC, all those good things. I only see this ending one way, though. It's the only way I see this ending. Phil can talk all he wants. And keep in mind, Roman got like 20 family members that are all pissed at CM Punk for what he said. There's no way I can see CM Punk coming out of this match and still being champion. I appreciate his run. I liked it. It was great that he picked up the baton when Seth Rollins got hurt, because I believe this match was supposed to be Seth and Roman Reigns, but Seth got hurt and had to relinquish the championship, got kicked out of the division, blase. So I think this was a good pickup and return, and they're going to be able to build a good story over the next 6 weeks. But again, we will have to acknowledge the OTC as the World Heavyweight Championship. Ironically, the same belt that he said a couple of years ago was the B-grade belt. So, sometimes they say things and you're like, you didn't think about future story possibilities, did you, Joseph Anoi? Don't think you did, Joey. Julie, what you got?
I agree with everything except for the outcome of it. Here's my thing. And like I said yesterday on the video about I was nervous. This one here, I did not have on my bucket list as the main event. I didn't even think CM Punk would probably be World Heavyweight Champion coming to WrestleMania, going into WrestleMania, for one. And two, I didn't expect Roman to win the Royal Rumble either. And then when I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, Punk versus Roman, like you're letting the crowd decide. And that fantastic promo that they cut the night after the Royal Rumble. And then let's talk about last week. You're going to bury me? Fine, I'm going to bury you right next to your father. Punk. Oh, Lord. Phil, that wasn't Punk. That was Phil. That was Phil speaking. That wasn't Punk. That was straight up Phil speaking. And to me, Roman, I love Roman. This is supposed to be Roman Reigns' redemption story arc, but to me, the redemption shouldn't come at the expense of CM Punk. If the redemption was to come at anybody, it needs to come after somebody that Roman once trusted, and that person is Paul Heyman. And we still haven't had that closure with that, and we didn't have the closure with the Vision. But let's be real, the Vision has no vision because everybody and their mother is hurt.
Let me give you a quick rebuttal on that. Roman's going to win. Then Braun Breaker's going to come back. Braun Breaker's going to beat Seth Rollins in a one-on-one match. Braun Breaker down the road somewhere within the first 2 to 3 months, and Paul Heyman are going to challenge Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's when we're going to get the closer, because Roman Reigns is going to beat let me make sure I say this properly. Roman Reigns is going to beat the Sugar Honey Iced Tea out of Braun Breaker's ass and retain the championship. The whole goal here, guys, let me peep game with y'all for the long-term thing. This is why Roman has to win. The World Heavyweight Championship on Raw has to be the number one belt. Why? Because that's what Netflix wants. And Netflix has put too much money into WWE for what they're getting out right now. So that belt has to be the number one belt. How do you make that belt the number one belt? You put it on the top attraction in WWE. The guy that Netflix said, we have to have him or we're not paying you guys his money. That's the reason he's not on SmackDown no more. Joseph Anoi, a.k.a. Roman Reigns, will be champ. He will carry the World Heavyweight Championship, and they will try their best to at least elevate it to equal, if not above, the WWE World Championship.
This is like 2002, 2003.
They have to do
I like that. And I like
They have
that.
to.
I mean, like I said, everybody to each his own. If Roman wins, I'm cool with it. If Punk wins, I'm really cool with it. But originally, my victor for this match was Punk, and here was one. Roman's not going to be there every week. That's the thing that irks. It'll be like another. It'd be like another situation where you had. Oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Forgive me, thy tribal chief. Do not Superman punch me for saying this. It'd be like Brock Lesnar 2.0.
Well,
he was doing that role.
If you get Reigns there every couple of weeks, we're good.
And that's
the problem
fine.
is we can't have so CM Punk is overextending himself as champ. He's fighting every couple of weeks. You're not gonna last. It's the Jey Uso story. You want to be a champion, you want to be there every week, you want to fight every week. You're not gonna last as a champion that way. He's probably, with his foolish self, he'll probably end up having another World Heavyweight Championship match between now and WrestleMania. He'll win it, right? But Punk has done an excellent job. It's time to hand the belt to your tribal chief. That's the way it has to go. So the next match in chronological order that we got, of course, was weeks later. Finally, Liv made a decision, the one we obviously knew she was going to make. She didn't want no pieces of Jade Cargill. Because that would have been her and Raquel both might have got dealt with that one. Just the physicality of Jade Cargill. So Liv picked Stephanie Vaquer. This is the most up in the air match to me. I'm gonna go right now with Stephanie Vaquer maintaining the championship. Because for me, I think we're going to get two people ejected from the Judgment Day by WrestleMania. One Finn Balor and two Liv Morgan. I think Raquel's going to cost Liv Morgan a championship because she cost her opportunity at Royal Rumble, and she's finally going to get her get back.
Cool. Paid attention to the video that I posted, and originally I wanted the plan to be, because I thought Bianca was coming back, but obviously she didn't come back, and instead number 30 was Tiffy Time. And I don't got no problem with Tiffany Stratton. I love Tiffany Stratton to death. I really do. I think she is this modern day's Trish Stratus, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that she's better than Trish. I just say she reminds me of Trish Stratus.
That's her comparison. That's what he's saying, y'all.
But with Liv winning, I was literally not on board with it because I thought with Liv they would do some, you know what they normally do when someone comes back and Liv got replaced by Roxanne and this, that, and the third, Dom cheating. No, they haven't done that. They just went back to like everything was normal. Liv is still, Liv, still hot. Daisy Duke wearing Liv, which is cool. All right. And you know what Stephanie Vaquer said? I agree. It's semi-true. It's kind of true. WWE did give everything to the girl. And everything in this, that, and the third. I believe it, and I do believe we're cool. This match is up in there. It really is. I got Valkyrie retaining, and I originally thought we would have a triple threat because somehow, some way, Big Mommy Cool is still a little PO'd. Because mind you, not only at the Royal Rumble got eliminated, but also that street fight against Valkyrie, she and Roxanne did interfere. Mostly Liv. And it having her the belt, and it did cost her, even though Big Mommy Cool said, I didn't need any help beating Valkyrie. Didn't need no help at all. And here comes best friend Liv, screws you out of it. That's why I was thinking, okay, maybe they'll do a triple threat between the three women and something like that. And yes, I do believe, I don't think Liv will get kicked out, but I do believe Raquel will get kicked out. I do see Raquel getting kicked out, and Finn definitely is getting kicked out. They need to do that tonight on Monday Night Raw. Please do that tonight. Kicking Finn out.
And then we're going to head back real quick. We got some comments here. So Yolanda says, I didn't like that comment talking about CM Punk's comment about Roman Reigns. I will, up to Roman Reigns, I will say I think that was clear with Roman, like, hey, is it okay if I say this? But still, as a fan, it's kind of cringy. I've lost my dad. It might be part of the storyline, but I probably would have been suspended that day because I probably would have forgot that we were in character.
Same.
Yolanda also says there's some MJF in him. And she also agrees they need Bianca back so badly. Now, the latest I heard on Bianca was she may have to get like a replacement knuckle or something.
Yeah, she got to replace. She's doing physical therapy. Thank you, Montez Ford. She is literally, you could just see it. It's just, so if she does get a replacement knuckle, that's another 3 to 6 months out. She might not be back until SummerSlam. And if that's the case,
Or after
SummerSlam, and if that's the case, damn it, are we really gonna have this match next year? Jade versus Bianca, because I thought that was going to happen here.
It should still be hot because Bianca hasn't been there. And Bianca's over. She's super over.
Beyond over. That woman is forever babyface. You cannot turn that woman.
Stuff. Yeah. So,
forever babyface.
Third match in sequential order. We get to Elimination Chamber. We start off with the Women's Chamber. And of course, as I accurately always pick, Mommy came out on top. They had the verbal joust on SmackDown. I like the way that they placed people, right? Jade's a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, not as fast, not as experienced. We don't know if she has that killer instinct yet. Rhea, the more wily veteran, we know she has the instinct. She's overcome a lot to be champion before. So you've got, this one is diametrically balanced because you're highlighting what most people are thinking about both of these ladies. And Jay gets a lot of stress. And I think that personally, Rhea botches too. They all botch at some point, right? Because he gets sweaty, they're doing moves. But I think it's going to be a good physical bout. For me, it's still too early to say who's going to win. But if you want me to pick somebody, I'll lean towards the champ right now, just because it's the champ. Not because of anything I've seen so far that makes me believe she will win, but I'll leave for the champ for right now. We still got some time, some back and forth, who wins the battles, who gets the last physical upper hand, because we know that person's going to lose. It always happens that way in WWE. You get the best of the person right before the match, you lose. But we haven't gotten there yet, so right now I'll go with Jade. Goldie?
I agree. I'm going with Jade. Number one, when they did the before the Elimination Chamber, when Rhea Ripley and Io Sky lost the belts to Nia and Lash, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that match would be saved for Mania. My original, even though she wasn't even in the damn match, which is kind of wild to me. That's pretty wild because they kept teasing this. I thought originally, because that let me know I haven't been watching SmackDown as much because due to work and that. I thought Charlotte was in this match, and I thought that they would do Charlotte versus Jade. But then I saw Alexa Bliss was in there. I'm like, Alexa Bliss versus Jade would be interesting because in that way they could do two things here. They could either they could add Charlotte somehow because they love to add, we got Lemonade. WWE when it comes to it. Remember Becky and Ronda? That was the match we wanted. But WWE, they gave us a perfectly good cake, and then they ruined it by putting lemonade inside, pouring lemonade on the dang cake. Like this, drink the lemon, drink it. No, I don't want lemonade with my cake. It's too much sugar as it is. But the point I'm making here is, I literally thought they were going to do that. I thought Charlotte was in the match. I think Charlotte versus Jade would have been a better choice.
Yeah,
and
you got to do a better job of paying attention there, sir.
Yeah, but that's on me because I didn't watch SmackDown lately because working. And I'm listening to Rob and Tyler, and then I looked on Wiki, and I was like, oh, Alexa Bliss is in this match. Okay. And originally I'm like, okay, if not Bliss, I thought Tiffany. I thought they were going to redo that, Tiff and Jade. I'm like, here we go.
Think about it like this. This is very simple. Think about it like this. physically speaking, who would make sense that was in that match against Jade besides Rhea Ripley? Alexa Bliss versus Jade.
David versus Goliath. Oh God, I gotta remember who was all in that damn match. And no, Alexa Bliss, Tiffany Stratton. It would probably be Tiff, but they done that already, and fans don't want to repeat that.
Match up to Jade,
so it would have to be none other than Rhea.
That's why I picked Rhea.
And it had to be nobody but Rhea, and yeah, Rhea. And I'm starting to kind of agree with what Bianca said last year about Rhea.
Well, yeah, it seems like Rhea does go and beg for matches, but here's the thing:
she's money.
Yeah, so she can do that. She can lose the tag team championship, get pinned on Friday, and then turn around and win the Elimination Chamber that weekend. Rhea can do that. There's not another woman that can do that, but Rhea can do that. Maybe Charlotte, maybe. All right, so we got a couple of comments here. Yolanda says, "Y'all keep saying that they're getting kicked out, but I just think they will leave the group. I just feel like for the group to continue, it makes more sense to kick them out. That's why I say kick out than for them to leave." Yolanda also says, "I'll be surprised if they don't give that title to Rhea." I think I'm going to end up choosing Rhea, but it's to me still too early because they just got that, and there's not a history between them at all.
Jade's retaining. Jade's retaining. I think Jade will hold this belt. I think that knowing WWE the way
Bianca comes back,
till Bianca comes back. That is that to me is or they could swerve us like they normally do. What if they did it? They hold that Bianca. No, they let Jade hold it for Naomi to come back. Now that's
the problem.
Be hilarious.
There's not enough people that can, I think, wrestle Jade in the ring and be a viable challenger for her to have a long run. That's my only concern. If they're going to give her the run, let her just run through these little girls. Because Jade's a big, powerful woman. So these little women should not be beating Jade Cargill. You need to match up to her physically to really beat her. Rhea does that. Rhea can still have a good match with some of the smaller women too, and not.
I wish I had some water.
Yolanda says they're not about to let that black woman hold on to that title that long.
If Vince was still around, yes.
You said it. I didn't. I will not refute it, Yolanda, one bit. And after that, I ain't got nothing else to say about that.
It's like Space Jam. I didn't say that I did, Muggsy, but I love my mom.
Let's go to Man's Chamber. We had a Man's Chamber. Comes down to Cody Raheem Rose, and I say Raheem jokingly, of course, and Randall Keith Orton. We get Drew McIntyre for the 8,000th billionth time meddling in Cody affairs. He catches an RKO for his trouble. After he catches an RKO for his trouble, Cody turns around. Cody catches an RKO for his trouble and gets pinned. So, of course, the guy that's going to face the WWE WWE World Champion at WrestleMania is Randall Keith Orton. But Drew has gone against his word to the GM, Nick Aldis, one too many times. After the show, Nick Aldis, completely pissed, says, "You're going to defend the championship against Cody Rhodes Friday night because you keep meddling in his affairs. We agreed he wouldn't get the championship. You agreed to stay out of his affairs. You won't stay out. You keep costing him, so you're going to have to fight him." And that's when I said, "Oh, this is not good." The moment that I knew that Cody was going to win that match was when Cody said, "I can't beat QB1 without the championship." Oh, you're beating Drew. And that's what happened. So I have to say this. Here's my problem. There was no need to ever put the belt on Drew. I don't care how much Cody went and begged. I don't care how much Drew went and begged. If you were going to do this, there was no need to put the belt on Drew. All you're doing is giving Cody, John Cena, Ric Flair runs with the belt. You don't need to do that. That's my thoughts on that. I still believe this is going to end up being a 4-way. It will change how it gets to a 4-way. I think that Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre are going to crash the signing. I think McIntyre first, then Fatu, and we're going to end up getting a 4-way. I hope, because these 4 guys need to be in that main event match. And then Yolanda says Drew.
No, she said, I told you, I think they're about to make Nick versus Drew.
She said, I told you, yeah, they're about to make Nick versus Drew.
That is rumored. That has been rumored.
I will say this: if you're going to go from Drew being the champion and being in the main event to fighting a guy that hasn't wrestled in years,
that says a lot. That says a lot, and that says a lot.
That's
and I agree. Be honest though, before the Fatal 4-Way, cool. I didn't even think that was going to be possible because at first I had to think about it for a minute. I'm like, well, Cody did accidentally cuttered Randy, and we all know how Randy is. If you just be warned, you're gonna get an RKO in your future. I'm like, okay, maybe. But also, if you also paid attention too, Randy was also kind of feuding with Trick in a way. And I'm like, okay, are we going to get Trick versus Randy? I mean, if that's the way to put Trick on the map, I thought that's what they were going to plan for Orton. That's what I thought.
But no. You have to set up things down the line.
Yeah.
One of the things that Paul likes to do is Paul likes to have your primary rivalry, and then Paul likes to already have something else built in. And the building is basically Trick versus Randy after WrestleMania. It's gonna happen.
That's fine. That's fine. I kind of wish it was Mania, but that's fine. What else did I say yesterday? Then also you got to put Jacob Fatu in this. This needs to be a fail forward, and I kind of had to agree with this one. Point of putting the belt on Drew. What was the point if you were going to put the belt back on Cody? Here's the thing. If you were going to plan on doing Cody versus Randy, 2 things. Randy, should have either won, he won the chamber, but he could have won the Royal Rumble.
No, he couldn't because Roman Reigns had to win the Royal Rumble, sir.
Yeah, because Roman had to win. Yes. And yes, Roman had to win the Rumble. And yes, if that was the case, should have never put the belt on Drew to begin with. And then there's been rumored that Drew was dropping the title anyway because he was filming Highlander. And I'm like,
okay. What's the point of never having the title, yeah.
And I'm like, what was the point of having him the title? You should have never had the freaking title. What should have happened is this 2 out of 3 falls match. Let's go back to that. Cody should have retained. Jacob Fatu should have came out and been the one to screw over Drew, and then we could have had that at the Royal Rumble. You could have did Cody versus Sammy at the Royal Rumble, and that could have established Sami Zayn's heel turn in a way. Or Elimination Chamber. That could have been it. But no, we didn't do that. Let's be convoluted. Let's just add the NFL 2026 cocaine line season. Let's put that in there. Let's put this in there. Let's put that in there. Let's put it all in the blender and have it all in a shake. Here you go. Here's your drink. Oh, you're dying? Oh, okay. Put some more barbecue sauce in there, Johnny. Put it more. That's the thing. And I'm like, it has to be a fatal 4-way now. You mean to tell me if we get Drew versus Nick, nothing against Nick Aldis. It'd be nice to see Nick come back into the ring. And at WrestleMania, that's a hell of a way to make your return. But in the expense of Drew McIntyre, no, thank you. Then what you have to do about Jacob Fatu, what are you going to do? Just turn him automatically heel and just have him get back the United States Championship from Carmelo Hayes? Some crap that you probably would do. Holy crap, please don't do that. You have to. There's too many There's too many plot holes in this story. It has to be a fatal 4-way. There is no ifs, ands,
You
gotta
gotta
be.
realize this TKO-led WWE does not care about plot holes.
No,
They do not care about plot holes. Yolanda says, I love the idea of a fatal 4-way, though. And she also says something that could be said. We could blow this up and put it at the top of the screen every episode. Paul is just stupid sometimes. And Paul is definitely stupid right now. You know why? Let me ask you this. We're, roughly about 6 weeks out from WrestleMania, right? Roughly.
Yep.
Where's Trick on the card? Where's Obo on the card? Where is the young OG on the card? Where is any man of color on the card?
There isn't. There isn't. Actually, it should be one Pacific match that Cool forgot, because there is a 5th match. Brock Lesnar's Open Challenge. And that was the one.
I didn't forget that. We're going there right now.
Oh, please! Oh, thank God! Can I please lead into
You
this
can.
one? This one scares the living crap out of me in so many ways. Because I've been seeing so much dirt sheets, and I try to avoid dirt sheets as much as I can.
I won't look at them.
I try to avoid, but then there was one that said, "Oh, they might do it. They might do it." Okay, there's 3 options here for Brock, and I said this yesterday on the vid. The third option, which everybody don't want to see, and I think that might be the goddamn direction they go on. LA Knight versus Brock. I'm telling you now, I will lose it. I don't, because we know what type of match we will get.
I'm gonna sum that up for you real quick. If you put LA Knight in the ring with Brock Lesnar, that is going to be my quick bathroom break, because that match is going to last 3 to 5 minutes. It's going to be Suplex City. Suplex City is going to be LA Knight gets one of those
MFTs.
He gets one of his BFTs, a blunt force trauma. Brock Lesnar kicks out at 1, no sells it. Kimura lock, match over.
Yeah. Let's see that.
There are 2 people that are acceptable people in this match. 2 people. Listen to me, Paul. There's only 2
Can I name them?
Sure.
One I had was Seth Rollins, because after what Seth did to Paul, mind you, we don't know. Braun Breaker should be able to come back after his his hernia. Apparently, it was not going to be that long for him to come back. If they don't do Seth versus Braun, then your best bet is Seth versus Brock. But at the same time, that open challenge is for somebody young and up and coming. This is the man who broke the damn streak. So it has to be somebody young and somebody, that they think that's going to be a monster house. You can say Gunter, but they're going to save that for Minneapolis and SummerSlam this year. Because Brock is retiring at SummerSlam this year. And it's going to be against Gunter. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Out. Seth is 1. Number 2, Yolanda. Thank you. It needs to be Oba. Oba takes on Rusev tonight, and that should be the end of that crap. If I don't see Oba going in to that ring, looking at Brock, slamming Brock so Brock can praise the Lord with Kanye West. If I don't see that, we got problems. That is a match. You even teased it at the Rumble. Here's where they fumbled. You should have had Brock get eliminated by Oba, not Oba getting eliminated by Brock. That's where they effed up at. Number 2, you had LA Knight and Cody. I'm going to take Cody out of it because it was more LA Knight. LA Knight damn near eliminated. He did. He eliminated Brock at the Rumble. So it's between, oh God, yes, Cody did help him. But at the same time, no, do not do LA Knight. LA Knight should do something else. Do something else. I literally thought before AEW froze his contract, number 1, Jericho wasn't gonna appear in no damn box, and he damn sure wasn't gonna come in no damn Saudi Arabia. But if he was coming Saudi Arabia, I thought that plan was LA Knight versus Chris Jericho. A, that's a dream match. B, that's something I would love to see. And 3, I'm pretty sure Chris Jericho would do MJF, sorry, LA Knight the honors, and now that would boost him up even more. But AEW froze that contract, so that went out the freaking window. LA Knight probably might be feuding with freaking the Vision, but the lack thereof. But the Vision is freaking feuding with the Usos right now. There's just too much. Just Oba. Let me just stop. Just Oba.
So
Oba Brock
definitely is one. Gunther is the other one. I'm gonna tell you why it only needs to be those two. Physically speaking, those are the only two men that can stand toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar. If you're gonna put Seth Rollins coming off an injury in a match with Brock Lesnar, you don't like Seth Rollins or you don't care about him being there long term. Brock Lesnar is a stiff wrestler. He always has been. He always will be. He needs somebody that can absorb those blows and give them as good as they receive them. That's going to be Gunther. That's going to be Obafemi. There is no other guy that should be in this open challenge. They may decide to go with another guy, a third guy, physically wise, that could do it, but they don't care about him. Is Omos. They don't care about Omos, so it won't be him. But he's the only other guy physically that can do it.
Didn't they do that 2 years ago?
I know people love and care about LA Knight, but I want to say something to everyone who loves LA Knight. Look me in my eyes. Make sure you hear this. The WWE does not care about LA Knight. He will never be champ because they don't care about him as champion. He can be United States champion. He can be a tag team champion. He could be Intercontinental champion. I would be shocked, and I like LA Knight. I would be shocked if he ever wins the championship because they do not believe in him and they do not want to pull the trigger on him. So he's not going to get matches to boost him up. He's going to get matches to keep him where he's at. He can be part of 6-man matches, 8-man matches, cage matches, to be number one contenders, ladder matches. But I would be surprised if he wins one. I believe the only way he wins the championship if he ends up winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they'll pull the trigger on him for that. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to go there because I don't believe in LA Knight. All right. We got about 8 minutes left, Goody. What matches do you see that are not currently on the card that you think are going to be added to this card?
Well, number one, this is actually going to be honest to God true, and I'll make this really, really quick on some of them. El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano. That's definitely happening.
I agree with that.
There's Finn Balor versus Dom. There's actually two ways of doing this match. The second one was the second version I had was Danhausen using his vampire powers to turn Finn demon, and then we got Danhausen and Demon Finn versus JD McDonough and Dom. They could do that. I can definitely see the Usos facing off against freaking
Division.
Oh my God, Division, though the lack thereof, the Division. That's what I call them because shoot, they're token douchebag Logan Paul and oh my God, he needs his damn hair back, Austin Theory. I'm sorry, I don't like Ball.
I like that. I like the Ball Austin Theory. He looks more serious.
Also, two people that we thought, well, one, WWE doesn't know what to do with ever since he lost the world title. And the other person that got fired come back as the Truth. Oh, God, what were they? Oh, I can see that's going to happen. MFT.
NFTs, but that's going to probably be on SmackDown the Friday before WrestleMania because they don't respect the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Or the World Tag Team titles for that. Well, no, the World Tag Team titles will probably be on Mania before the WWE Tag Team titles.
The Raw titles will be on night one, like the second match.
Also, because there's so many injuries right there in WrestleMania. Also, we got to have an attraction match because there's been talks. I think they talked about this. Actually, Yolanda, can you highlight that comment? Because this has actually been rumored, and this is probably might happen. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. There's been talks about that match happening at WrestleMania. And I'm like, this is what you're going to do for Trick? I'd rather have Trick versus Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title.
I would say it's his first WrestleMania, and he is stuck on SmackDown. So it's probably going to have to be a SmackDown performer. So if it were to be Sami Zayn, it's a tough choice. I said on the stream during the Royal Rumble, Sami Zayn is the worst opponent you could have right now. That has been replaced with Danhausen, just so we're clear. But Sami Zayn's low end, but if Trick goes out, has a good showing and beats him, that'll keep Trick's momentum and his lemon pepper steppers popping. So it may not be a bad option, but we definitely need a Trick Williams match. We definitely need an Obafemi match.
Nia and Lash definitely need a match.
Would definitely be, yeah. You only have one set of women's tag team championships, so you can't justify not putting them on the show.
Also,
It'll probably
Penta.
be like a 4-team match.
Also, Penta.
Penta.
Finn
Balor.
Matter of fact, they might add Penta.
Finn Balor and Dom.
Yeah, they might do that, or hell, this is the one. I'm mad I didn't say anything about this because what happened on Raw. I think this is happening too. I think WWE is trying to either tell us that Rey Mysterio is either going to get unmasked at Mania or is he retiring at Mania. I can see them doing Gunther versus Rey Mysterio.
Now, if he's retiring, it's got to be Gunther.
If it's retiring, then yes, it's Gunther. I thought it would be great if it was Dom to do it. I think it would be great for Dom to unmask his dad other than him retiring his dad. But if they're going to, what's the word?
If it's unmasking, then you could do Rey. But if it's a retirement, it's got to be Gunther.
Retirement match, then yeah, it has to be Gunther. And
I mean, it could be Dom.
If WWE wants to wind Rey Mysterio down, I'm all for that. I love Rey. Rey has had a fantastic career.
I mean, already in the Hall of Fame. It's time to go.
He's already in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he kind of is retired, but he's not fully retired.
And then there's going to be all the other guys that we could talk about. They're going to be in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That'll also be on the
WWE has made it to a complete joke.
Yeah, that'll be on a SmackDown the night before the Royal Rumble. So that's where you'll probably see like Omaz, the Young OG, and all the other vagabonds from WWE that we hardly see, and the enhancement talents and such in that 30-man battle royal. So yeah.
Yep.
We might get lucky and get both sets of tag team championships. There's 2 championships that we don't even talk about, and it's very sad that we don't. One of them will be defended at WrestleMania. That will be AJ Lee. She will have a match, I believe, against Bayley at WrestleMania. I
think they might add Becky into the mix. Becky, Bayley, and AJ Lee, the triple threat into the mix for the Intercontinental title.
The problem is, if they do that, they won't do the pinnacle one because they won't have both Intercontinental championships
on both shows. Yeah, that makes sense.
So they'll do one or the other. Becky might be ready to take another break. We know how Becky get down. Julia. We either are going to have Julia and I forget her name all the time.
Jordynne Grace?
No. The lady that's with Julia.
Oh, Kiana James.
Yeah, Kiana James. They may have a tag team match against the Irresistible Forces. That may be how we get Julia and Kiana James on WrestleMania.
And WWE does love Kiana James. I was impressed at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, they do. So that would be a great opportunity for them at the tag team championships. We'll get a couple of matches that don't have any championships in them. I think, honestly, Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, we'll get that one. We might get a couple more. It's going to depend on who's not injured. So it's kind of hard. We kind of need another week or two because we had a lot of injured people. Everybody's watching, especially Yolanda, because Yolanda always is going to chime in and rock with us. But everyone who's watching, make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing if you haven't already. Also, thank you to Ghoulie for hopping in and talking some wrestling with your boy tonight. Ghoulie brings a lot of energy. You can tell he's very
energetic. I've been watching. I've been in a relationship with wrestling since 1998, and I have not looked back. Them and the Bulls got something in common. I'm in a toxic relationship with the Bulls, and I'm in a love hate. I keep going because I'm a sadistic freak. WWE. That's my relationship with wrestling.
I'm not even going to try to follow up with anything besides saying, ladies and gentlemen, Your boy, the Playmaker, will be back with me next week. We're going to definitely hit NXT. TNA, we know Playmaker has a soft spot for NXT, so I want to say that to let him kind of slide that in and give his thoughts and his feelings about that. So you can't touch TNA if you don't touch NXT, because to me, you know how we call it NXT around here. And as I always say, it is never where you start, guys. It is always where you finish. And just want to bring it back, tough season. If you know people who, let's say, struggle with their feelings, make sure that you're reaching out to them, because it's much easier to reach out to somebody and see how they're doing than the opposite. So make sure that you do that. And with that being said, for Ghoulie hopping in to ride with me, your boy Cool McCain. Another episode of Monarchs is in the books. We will be back next week. And we didn't touch on it this week, but Cody, I'm getting sick of you, my boy. And I like you, but I'm getting sick of you.
I'm not.